Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
So I know you spent, quite some time here in Jerusalem. We know, what has been going on. You just heard from, our previous guests with the hate, the polarization, the economic challenges. First of all, explain how, it is affecting so many artists as well. How has it affected, artists and, moods of creatives in the Jewish community?
Yeah, I think before October 7th, being proudly Jewish in the art world was not necessarily something that came easy. And after October 7th, it just became a lot more complicated and a lot harder. Jews and Israelis are sort of put in a very specific frame in the art world and are expected to have certain political views or act in certain ways. And of course, Jews have a lot of differences among them, and we sort of show many different faces. So the work that Havurah does in New York and around the world with our media projects is really try to show all the different faces of Jewish art and Jewish artists, and combat the stereotypes that we face. I think that design is really a vessel for communication and for sharing your ideas and captivating the world with your ideas. And I think one of the biggest challenges Judaism has for the 21st century is trying to communicate our beauty and our stories and our tradition with the non-Jewish world. And in the art scene specifically, it's something that is obviously poorly translated, but art and visuals and stories have the power to captivate non-Jews with the beauty of our tradition, of our stories, of our history. And I think that we have a very special opportunity, specifically in the work that we do at Havurah, to break through and captivate audiences that are most usually not interested in Judaism,
right,
or Jews at all.
And how do you incorporate, the art when it comes to, the new media, the way people are consuming, online and digital? They're not necessarily going to museums anymore. Is that a new, creative outlet?
Yeah. I think that what we've seen specifically is that the Jewish nonprofit world and the art world at large has not really commodified the internet, and it's lagging behind a lot for people my age. I'm 23. I kind of grew up on the internet, and for everyone in our collective and in our community, it's just a space for us to share and to promote our work organically. We work with a lot of up-and-coming artists or mid-career artists who are finding completely new audiences online, even older audiences who maybe have exhibited in museums, older artists that maybe have exhibited in museums.
Right.
They're now getting the chance to share their work and explore new audiences that they haven't before. The internet is really an amazing place if used correctly to share our work and highlight these things organically.
And your events, which I know also incorporates music, how is that sense of community and coming together, also providing, an inspiration, by being together and being around the energy?
So our events will either share Jewish art with the Jewish community at large. We have a Hanukkah market annually. This year, we're expecting 2,000 people in New York. We also have concerts and song circles and gallery shows. So those events are really about sharing art from our network to an audience, a public audience. And then we also do events for our artists. And this coming winter, we're going to be starting to officially gather our artists in a monthly artist salon, and give them ways to connect with each other in community privately. I think just putting amazing, talented Jewish artists in a room and allowing them to have that space is basically doing all the work.
Wow, beautiful. Eitan, thank you so much for joining us, and continued success with all of this creative energy in New York, which is clearly at a critical juncture in New York City.
Thank you so much.